money to police to take on the investigation. I would request that the acting DPC who is here right now treats everyone here as a suspect. Until further notes. So I have concluded the meeting. Everyone, Mr. RDC, you are in charge of the security here. Everyone in this room, as long as you took PDM money, I'm going to make my statement at the police. I expect everyone here to be at the police and treated as a suspect to the loss of PDM funds. Then we shall make statements there and sort out ourselves.
Totaling to 646,396,122 shillings. That was from the IPF that was planned for the year. However, along the way, we got two other communications that was communicating additional funds to the district. We got communication from Ministry of Agriculture authorizing the district to use 56 million shillings from their usual agricultural extension grant. That was on the letter dated 4th of April 2022. And then there was additional fund of 43,088,263 shillings. This fund was communicated on the 20th of May 2022. This 56 million was meant to do activities related to mobilization and formation of enterprise groups.
Very possible the communication is very my team would come across them at that material. Okay? It's only after we realize we have a challenge, we ensure that we get everything that talks about it. You know, that was written.
So the communication could have disappeared within the district?
We did not receive.
We did come across it then. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
There's a story about Opilalex going to Gulu. Who is Opila? You went to Gulu and somehow a workshop was held and you were told you could use the money for what? Other purposes rather than dispersing it to the local government. And on that basis you came up with a work plan. Which work plan was sent to TPC, then DEC approved the work plan. So you spent money regularly based on that work plan. Is that story true? So that is where we want
Yes.
We want remedies for that. There is an illegality. How do we come out of it without affecting PDM operations? That is essentially why we're here. So you're taking us in stories yet you know what we want.
Attempt to that effect was made.
Did you communicate?
I drafted the letter. And
The question is, did you communicate?
No, it was not communicated.
So you didn't communicate. So you went ahead and created the work plan?
Without an official communication?
Like I said, I drafted the letter for the purpose of signing to forward to PS.
That one we have finished. You didn't communicate.
No.
So you created the work plan to spend money regularly.
Do you write a report for that workshop?
As part of our accountability.
So
So we have
the day and
so the first problem we have the communication which cannot be verified. Then 2, you are creating a work plan to irregularly spend money. 3, the work plan goes to TPC. TPC approves the work plan.
Went to them.
Bank approves the work plan. Then you start spending irregularly.
And you have a report on these workshops?
I have not print. Yeah. I did the report, but I did not print. So
When did you go?
Even when this came out, you did not try to sit down and prepare the report.
I did prepare the report for the other training.
Okay, we are now at the point where you have spent irregularly. And you realize the expenditure is irregular. So we want you to take us to the point of coming up with this document.
And we'll conclude the meeting.
How do you arrive at this document?
I'm not clear of
130 something. Why is that? Why do we leave that money? I'm giving that as a simple example. Why do we leave that money there? Was it correctly spent? Because we must know what we are supposed to recover.
Because you have what you assume was correctly spent. That is to your assumption. And now what was not correctly spent is what you're supposed to recover. Now, how did you determine that this is what is correctly spent and this is not what is correctly spent? Now, Mr. Alfred,
Yes.
kindly take us through on this recovery.
We first of all have to state that this information was generated by our accountant from the vouchers at the instruction of the co who instructed the system pass. And he called me with the accountant, and she has extracted this, and I typed. When you look down there, the last page on note number 1, responding to the question, the recoverable fund include all per diem, allowances, airtime, etc., received by the respective participants. So the recoverable column, the last column, is on allowances, but on the second note is that the fund to be okay. Number 3, expenses incurred during implementation, like on meal, stationery, fuel, are not recoverable. So that is the recoverable portion is the part of allowances that went to the participants.
No.
This was supposed to be a proposed recovery plan. In the event that indeed these activities were, implemented irregularly, in the event, and so it was a proposal. And of course, management was under pressure to generate a recovery plan, as has been indicated. Because if you look at these activities, for example,
Now pass. The cow says, I think you've really been part of us.
yes,
The cow accepted that the exercise was irregular.
because let me complete.
Who is your boss in this district? Who's your supervisor?
Supervisor is the cow.
And once the cow says that the whole exercise was irregular, then where do you get the powers to say that the exercise was not irregular?
No. I did not say the exercise was not irregular. I am speaking on the assumption because I want to be part of this, because we generated this recovery plan. That's why you see the footnotes below here had those assumptions. For example, if it was services in fuel, stationery,
Why I'm cutting this short is
down here.
each parish had to get 17 million.
Yes.
Is that okay? So you want to recover 289. When you divide it by the 72 parishes, how much will you have? And where is the surplus going to come from?
I actually,
Madam Chair.
yes, Mr. Cow, hold on. To me, okay, go on.
Madam Chair, I want to dispel the notion that each sub parish was meant to receive 17 of the money which was available in the district. It was money which was available, divided by the parishes. The 17 will be topped up. Okay? The money that is with us as a surplus. If we had moved as we are supposed to move, the money we would have given surplus would be 5 million.
Per parish, per
surplus. Therefore, 17 is made good by a lease which is in the ministry.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Cow, how much money have you already recovered from this team?
I have already recovered
About 40 million.
About 40 million. Can we have the evidence?
it is there.
Can I have it?
The document.
We will avail.
Can I have it now?
Yeah, as they avail that, madam.
The document,
One
yeah.
thing which I'm not yet happy with is, what are we supposed to recover?
Money
Everything.
for support.
Yes,
All the
if
money.
it is money, because to me, my understanding, if we had received, if we had received 1.2 billion, 860 million would have gone to SACCO. But still, we have received 745. How much would have gone to SACCO? This is the formula which we could have used. You would even find about 500 million to go.
Kindly,
the
Mr. Cow, get
But now, if we went ahead,
the evidence of the money so far.
madam, if we went ahead with this recovery, then we shall not recover all.
We shall not.
We shall not.
Yeah,
I have some concern.
But where have you taken the money?
We have not used the money.
And you paid it back? Can I see the evidence that you paid back? Because you should have been given what? The receipt, acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Get up, bring them.
We were doing a general monitoring of QDM activities in all the sub-counties in the district.
Which activity we are going on? Which needed you to go for monitoring? This is a simple question. Which activity?
I think I alluded to that, like the training at sub-counties. We wanted to see how the trainings were being conducted.
Following the money you have sent to them.
Yes.
and did you do so?
Yes.
You have accountability for that?
Yes.
You have a report?
Yes.
We shall have it before we
Fund was used for sensitizing the district councillors, boards and statutory bodies.
And that fall under which guideline?
But at DC, my task is to implement the activity as a technical officer of the local government.
who authorized the implementation?
Cow. The district councillors have been already sensitized. The money has been used. What you see as recoverable, the allowances for the facilitators.
No, but yes, we are supposed to cover that money.
I am yet to. I have also not seen that list before. I have not made an effort because I haven't seen that list before.
The 3.8 and 23 million are for the same activities. That is orientation of the sub-county technical team, who are meant now to do the orientation of the sub-county stakeholders and orientation of the parish stakeholders. So we call the sub-county technical team, which consisted of the parish chiefs, the sub-county chiefs, the agric extension officers, the CDOs, the sub-accountants, and the GISOs for Chua East sub-counties, because it is a big team, so we divided up. Chua East, I handled, then we handled the Chua West. So we call these people the 3.8. Part of it is the facilitator allowance for the 5 of what the TOTs for the 2 days, and then part of it for the facilitation of the district official who did the workshop opening, like the RDC, the CAO, and then the HC fund.
So the 27 million went for
23 million is the is night.
27.
Yeah, 27, sorry. Yes, 27 million is for night allowance, 2 night allowance for this participant from the sub-counties who came for the 2 days workshop. Night allowance plus transport refund. That's totally to 27.
So you accommodate.
Where did you accommodate them?
We paid them night allowance. Then it is upon each participant to look for accommodation. And we paid them 2 nights, depending on the scale. Like the sub-county seat, if it is U3, then that is the rate they are paying.
Now, Chief, I think we all agree that we have to recover.
That had never been shared with members. So we are, like me, I'm also seeing it for the first time today.
But did you discuss about recovery?
Yes.
Other than the document here?
Yes.
Did you discuss?
We discussed, but
and
not the
agreed that
figure.
some money will be reimbursed?
That was agreed, but not these figures. Because these ones, we are just, for me, I'm seeing it for the first time today.
How much do you have?
For example, you doctor, how much did you agree to recover?
Like I said earlier on, the money I requested, like for review meeting at the end of the Q4 implementation, that was not done. That money I took it back. So that was my portion.
It was directed by the Chief Administrative Officer and the Board Controller are here. They have sent it to sub-county for which activities, and I believe the money has been spent. The money which is currently in, I will go to the sub-county, it is the new release for this financial year. Where do you think the sub-county chief will get the money to recover this one here? ECAS 6 million, ECAS 16 million. To who exactly, Mr. Kao? You have to tell this house clearly so that we know where the money has gone.
From what we are seeing in front of us, right from the work plan coming to the proposal of recovery, I must say as district executives, we are very disappointed with what took place in Kigum district. That's why we even took our time and wrote to you people to come. I believe some of officers received our request that the Auditor General should come and audit Kigum district. As we are handling these issues, members, we need to get more serious so that everything comes out clearly. And as we are remaining as Kigum leaders, we don't want to enter again into this mess. Because when we were asking for the right circular, I don't believe that a technical people who are trained even several times to handle this issue of Paris development model can again come out with a contrary work plan against the guideline. So now that we are here, I think we better sort every single thing accordingly. What I was proposing is that we have every personnel individual who signed for the money, and even the beneficiaries, if the money was for the training and other things, let everything come out very clear. We want a clear accountability. We want every single person to present a clear accountability. We want to know the beneficiaries. If councillors, let their names be there. They are supposed also to recover the money. I want to propose that every single money which is used wrongly must be recovered until when we get enough money to facilitate all our Paris circles.
The exercise.
Yes. We want to facilitate our Paris circles, and the duration must be there. We should not just leave it like that. Taking from what he was mentioning here, Kigum district is very tricky. Don't be surprised that even the money which is sent this release of first quarter will be diverted to cover this money. Then what is the use of this recovery? We are digging another hole to bury another things. So I, as a leader, a top leader right now, my chairman is not there, I want to be very clear that as you are living here, we want everything to be settled so that we are also free as leaders.
Money to police to take on the investigation. I would request that the acting DPC who is here right now treats everyone here as a suspect.
Team Kong Amerwas to Ne Yom, Ne Center responded. He called Mamega, he called Pakon San, Mogo Mikitko. Minan local PDN money. Makim is managing. A karma Anna making a report center. She no yeo berutier. Ni chande ni geni bichulo nero within 1 month. She tindo neno piare uareo midu mabor. Wadung kini labor ikan mitumdwe. Recovery mo mati maya jono no. Pere ikon million mia bit ki piare bichel. Mia bit ki piare uwe bichel. Kuti gamo recovery o pote 5 million kikan. Kiman wero timu binu ki PDN secretariat ma deputy director ki timu mego binu timu binu ki Ministry of Local Government from Inspectorate Department. IGG Berukan last week from Monday up to Friday. Doju ginti ka following lok pa PDM money. Amir benimo kukani chene mi PDM. Nobody can play with it. It's not like any other project. Madano Romogo delaying Temugino Moikan Magigan. With PDM, it is not a joking matter. So John Obino, a can matter pen booker John Pianda to confirm recovery plans. Mukan be Magino Katequer and members manning officer in Kenya will get it at choir now. So we are Kudimana Logone. Mako Johnny Weng, including Kao, Wake assistant and Weng Gente Mio Gamo Penukan and Magi Kimerno Genogam. This man in an Bertier. Piani guideline notio Vatene Tigi Chenani staff cost. Tigi Chenani a revolving funds, tell of initially suffer. Tigi Chenani administration. Teaching gadgets and tools. They go to you according to guideline instead go be guidelines much of the gender which are training superseding gentleman training training not even necessary, but not all maganotim for new stakeholder miss accounting for new jagige and the rest. Tuara punyu jagige pe ane genda ko implementer, but stakeholder no chana no dipuri kimero chana chapodwa.
You leave the seat.
They are all the same. They are put in that.